Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Pete. It's Inspired Americans Personal Armor. It's about 2:15 p.m. on February 12th, 2024, and it is a Monday. And I wanted to talk today about, to start with, why some people who work out look really, really ripped, and why some of those people are able to get to that point, and why that's something for me personally I never strive for. I know my body type, I know my limitations, I know what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to take any supplements whatsoever, nothing that's going to enhance. I'm just going to eat. You've heard me say that before in the videos. If you're somebody that is looking to get that definition and look very shredded and ripped, I don't really think that this video series is going to be for you. But certainly, sometimes if your genetics will allow you to get to the point of getting that way, these workout routines, believe it or not, they will give you some significant definition in your body. And everybody that does these workouts in this routine, they're astonished by, they'll start to see some cut in the different muscles and the muscle groups that they're working on. So just try not to stay focused in on, and you'll hear me say this over and over again, try not to stay focused in on what other people are doing. Stay focused in on what it is that you're doing. Again, just body type, that's not what working out is for me. Working out for me is being durable. You'll hear me say that over and over and over again. It's about durability, it's about strength, it's about making sure my body stays limber, and I'm able to do all the different things that I really enjoy doing in life. Working outside, working on cars, doing construction, all types of things like that. And I think that that's really where you have to evaluate where you want to be with these workouts and where your focus is going to be on each and every one of these workouts. For me, eating is, I do 4 meals a day. I think you've heard me mention this. I schedule my meals right after my workouts. That's because your body is most anabolic at that time. I try to get in 25% of my protein and carb intake for the day. My body type is one. Again, this is knowing your body type. I metabolize food very, very quickly. If I don't eat at least the weight that I am, that grams of protein, plus about 5 or 10 grams of protein, I'll start to see my weight go down significantly. And adding those carbs in, again, I don't get into the science of how the carbs and the protein all balance together, but there are plenty of other videos that you can go to and take a look to make some sense of that for you. A lot of people want to avoid carbs at all costs, right? You've got the keto diet, Atkins diet, and I know a lot of people that do very well on that to try to lose weight. And you certainly can do this. This is all about, these videos are really about how do you maintain your lifestyle, but also get as healthy as you possibly can. And a lot of those diets are very extreme. People are trying to cut weight down the best that they can, and they're trying to get down 50, 60 pounds. In those instances, that's really, really important to focus in on just protein with their diet. Now, for me, what will my diet include? You've heard me talk about that in this section specifically, but, eggs for breakfast, and then, try to do something with chicken, for lunch. And then my dinner might be, believe it's a lot of pizza. I do love pizza, but, hey, I'm lucky. I'm able to get a lot of different leftovers from people. So a lot of proteins, and it's balanced really well on your potatoes. And then a late night meal, and throughout that whole period of time, I am incorporating Greek yogurt and milk. but a lot of people are lactose intolerant. And I know you hear those different things, that it's not really healthy to be eating milk because of all the sugars and how your body processes it. For me, it's always been a dietary staple, and it really helps me get to the point where I need to with my total. I don't focus in on calories. I don't even focus in on carbs. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm eating a little bit of those carbs each meal so that my body is repairing itself the way that it needs to after each one of my workouts. So those 4 meals will be right after my breakfast workout, or my early morning workout, then lunch, right after my dinner, or my dinner workout, and then my late night workout, which will be maybe 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night. And each one of those workouts, like I said, they may be 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I may go up to about 30 or 40 minutes, depending on how heavy the weight is that I'm looking to push and what I'm trying to accomplish for that workout. And we're going to talk more about that as we start to get down into my garage and a lot of the different, the equipment that I have down there to show you, hey, this would be like a 5 minute workout. This would be a 10-minute workout. This is all, I'm just trying to give you as much information as I can with this series to try to help you with a lot of the things that you've got going on in your life. One of the favorite bands that I have is Candlebox. You guys hear me say this all the time. I love listening to music while I'm working out. And Candlebox, one of those 90s bands, whatever that was. I can't remember, mid 90s, late 90s, whatever they came out. Might have been early 90s, but great albums that they had. A couple of albums I think they had, and really enjoy the music that they've got. And it's kind of that good balance, not too heavy, but just heavy enough to really kind of push you and drive you. Shamers, friends. Friends can be one of the biggest, and I think we've talked about this before, but they can be, some of the people, they might not even realize what they're doing. And I do think that that is the situation a lot of times. But I think it's very important for us to change that narrative, that dialogue with them. If they start to see you getting healthier and improving your life, and they're not supporting you, but there's somebody that's important to you having in your life, it's really important to have a conversation with them and tell them, hey, you're somebody that matters to me. I really look up to you. I respect you. I appreciate everything about you. But some of the things that you're saying, they feel a little bit defeating to me at this point. And it would be great if we could just, maybe sit down and talk about, what I'm doing and why it is that I'm doing. And maybe it's something that you would even want to pick up on and start doing. Been watching these videos from this really cool guy, Pete, with Inspired Americans Personal Armor, and then share the video. So, but the friends, if you have those conversations with them, sometimes you've got to dust your feet. You got to discern and then dust your feet, from them. And that's always a horrible thing to have to do. But, sometimes you've got to do that, and you're hoping that eventually they'll come around. But for me, I'm always trying to talk to my friends and get them to understand, hey, this is how what you're doing is making me feel. And I think it's really important for us all. I think we would all appreciate somebody that does that for us. Let's see, a daily wall sit, discovering, oh, wait a minute, inspirations. We're at inspirations, golden gems. Golden gems are seniors, and golden gems that help one another inside whatever facility they are, or even if they're retired and they're taking it upon themselves to drive, volunteer to drive one another around. It's really, really important to volunteer and help your neighbors, help your former classmates. A lot of times people from those generations, they've stayed friends with their classmates, high school and college classmates, for a very, very long time. And, or it's family or just friends that they've got, maybe coworkers or people that they've got that are in the medical facility, the retirement home that they're in. And I always get very, very inspired and impressed with people who take that on and are able to help so many different people. The daily wall sit today is discovering who you are and being unapologetically comfortable with that. And it's a lot of fun. It really is, to just be able to be yourself, discover who you are, And when you're comfortable, you're going to see that confidence come out, and other people are really, really, really going to appreciate it. And as you're going through that discovery, it can be a lot of fun, a whole lot of fun. And just like I said, being unapologetic for it is a great position to be in life, because you're not getting all caught up with the stress and anxiety of, did I hurt this person? Did I say something or do something? If you're being a kind person, but you're being yourself, you really don't ever have to worry about that. The exercises for today are, I just wanted to talk about having fun with them. You hear me say this all the time. What is it that your focus is with your exercise routine? Are you just looking to get generally stronger, healthy, more durable? Are you looking to help yourself in a very specific regard? And then just try different things that you enjoy. One of the things that I really enjoy is holding a weight. You pick up a weight, you hold it for as long as you can. Sometimes I'll hold it up like this. You've seen me talk about that with the shrug exercises that we did, or I just hold the weight down static, whatever weight you can, and I try to hold it for as long as I can. And it works everything. Just that simple exercise. And if you really start getting into this stuff, and you enjoy watching TV, or you just got some downtime and you pick that weight up, you'd be astonished at how strong your grip and your forearms and your shoulders, how that all works together just by doing that. Another exercise that I found that I really enjoy is doing these. You just got your band, and you put the band up as high as you can at the door, and then you get the band like this. And for a lot of us, if we're going to be out and we want to be able to protect ourselves. And this movement here is always a really, really good movement to do that. And you're just taking this and you're throwing it down as fast as you can. And you do that like 50 times. And it's just something that is super simple. You don't even think about it. You're like, man, that's like the most ridiculous thing ever. But it is. But it really does strengthen your back. It strengthens your shoulders. It strengthens your forearms, your hand. And it is an all around really, really good. And you can do it both ways. No, most of the time, if you're ever going to be in a situation where you've got to grab a hold of somebody, which you want to avoid that at all costs, but you could just hold your hand out just like that and bring it right down, or you can hold it vertically and bring it down. Vertically is actually really, really good for your trap. It really isolates and targets that. So I did want to talk about the Bible verse today, and the Bible verse is, we'll talk about that in another video, but a lot of the Bibles are different, and they can read really, really different, and they can get confusing. This is Jeremiah 29:11-13. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Then you will call on me and come to pray to me, and I will listen to you. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. And I think that's a really beautiful passage. It just talks again, you'll hear me talk about connection with God and relationship with God. Hope you enjoyed this video. It feels like I'm being a little bit rushed in the video, trying to get through as many of the different things as I can. I think what I'll probably end up doing, so it goes a little bit, quicker, I'm just trying to figure these videos out. And again, if you have any suggestions or recommendations for me, by all means, I would love to take those. But I like to try to get into a little bit of detail about each one of these things. And maybe I can expand upon one of these things instead of doing a whole comprehensive video. One of the things that I do share, like the daily Walsa with the golden gems, or that Bible verse, I can talk about those things with you, and instead of just trying to do everything all at once. I think I'll give that a try. We'll see how that works and how everybody responds to it. But I hope you're enjoying your day. God bless. Much love. Huge hugs. Take care. I'll see you soon. Stay strong and stay healthy.